All right. We connected. Yes. Going live here on YouTube. John McCagg, Liberty Aid Academy. And we're going to talk about the trust that we have for you. Trust crash course, meaning we just give you the basics here of why you need to take our course at the school and operate one of these trusts, okay? Tax-free trust, no paying the IRS any more taxes for the rest of your life, and no filling out forms to the IRS for the rest of your life. Yeah, and it's not hard to do. Every one of our students is able to do this. It's not hard to do, okay? We make it simple. We have all the documents prepared. You have very little to do yourself, and you have the knowledge yourself. We're not involved in your trust at all. We teach this, okay? It's very simple once you know how. And we teach you so you know how, all right? It's really, really easy. So listen, we're going to go through this, all right, a few slides and explain the trust and so on. If you have any questions as we go through, just type them in chat. This is where I go live every week. It is the Trust Crash Course. It's Mondays at noon and Thursdays at 7 p.m. So you're like, wow, I need to know something, Jack. Get on here and ask a question, okay? It's good. Good way to get me, because everybody's like, oh, this is too good or whatever, and I just explain it to you. So it's really simple, all right? Everyone's successful that does this. It's not hard to do once you do the training. It's easy. Just took the course. Great. Gonna get mine. Yes. Irish Lord. I like that. The Lords of Ireland have come and they're taking control. I love it. And paying no taxes anymore. We're no longer your serfs. I'm a lord. I love it. The Irish Lord. I love it, really. No, it's great. Your life changes just forever once you do this. It's so wonderful. I'm really happy for you. Comedic name, too. I love it. G. Brown, hey. All right, Albie. Ashanti says, hey, John, just opened up my first trust fund bank account. Boom. Ashanti. I mean, come on. It's just the greatest feeling, right? I am so happy. This is why we do this. This is why, it's not easy, like, I'm not the most favored of government or stuff like that, right? It's not like I get posted super much on, I'm not an influencer, right? An influencer. I'm going to give you the flow, an influencer. I'm not one of those, So we do this just to get people's success. That's why we do. We know we're not going to get pushed out there to everybody. We know they're trying to hide us, and censorship is the new America, right? We know that. So every time we get someone that gets the trust, gets through the course, we know they're going to open up a trust. And guess what? They keep the money. they keep their money. You see, whether you're running a business, personal, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter. You're going to keep your money. It goes to your family. What you got to do, right? Right? Because the government's not trustworthy. How could they be trustworthy? You can't put your trust in the government, right? Don't trust a we. Don't do it. Why? It's very simple. Okay, let's ask a question together, okay? Are there more, in America, in all of America together, right? Anywhere you've been, right? Add it up. Your own experience. Are there more poor people or are there more rich people? That's it, right? And from my experience, there are more poor people, okay? More, way more, way more. So, okay. Well, let's just, obviously, that being rich is evil, because you're like, I'm rich and they can be homeless, whatever, right? that's like, I'm American, what? That's like, what? That's our thing, so, but listen, there are more poor people. Is someone poor ever elected? No. So wait a minute. You're never counting the votes, right? Voting is legal. Yeah, voting happens. It's just vote counting, obviously, has never occurred once. It's never happened, right? It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. You follow me? So we could do what we could do within their system. Okay, it's evil, they're evil, but there's only one financial system. It's not like, oh, here's a Chase Bank for the elite, and here's a Chase Bank for the rest of you slaves, right? No, there's just Chase Bank. So everybody's banking in the same banks and using the same financial system. Do you see what I'm saying? The super evil wealthy elite, okay. They know about this, all right? And, you know, not paying taxes over your whole life and not filling out those tax forms and, again, deal with accountants and all that crap that comes with it. You know, if you started out day one like that, how much wealthier would you be? Come on. You see what I'm saying? And so you get into this, they can't run a separate system is my point. Do you follow me? Yeah, they could just not count the votes and, yeah, treat us as slaves and all that stuff. But we can do what we could do. You see? Chase Bank, the bank is going to open a bank account. You're not going to get taxed. You're not going to have to pay tax. You could put real estate in this trust and so on, you know? So let's go through it, all right? Marvin, all right, man. Good to have you. Joanne, does this trust have protection for the township compliance codes? It has protection from all laws. Yes, Joanne. You're no longer under the jurisdiction of the Agawi Trust. You cannot be handcuffed. You cannot be taken anywhere. Nothing like that. They cannot force services upon you, anyone that signs a trust, period. Of course, I've done more court cases against banksters than any human alive, right? 50 or so. And so what I learned in the courtroom, because I went down there on purpose, right? Yeah, let's see who's more powerful, right? Your stupid trust or, you know, this trust. And so it turns out their stupid trust is not powerful at all. They have all those guns and things because they're afraid, and they should be afraid. So, you know, what happens is, you know, in my experience in the courtroom, when the judge said, "Get him," you know, like to the 4 armed bailiffs with chains in a closed courtroom, as they ran across to chain me up and throw me in the cage, they were frozen solid. And I just walked out of the courtroom after saying, "Hey, you're out of. Am I free to go?" Yes! Oh, didn't mean to scare all of you. I'm sorry. Bye. Yeah, no, they can't touch you. You see what I'm saying? So let's differentiate, you know, the ways this trust works in that arena. It was a good question. In other words, they can't push services on you. Hey, you need to get a jab in your arm because God is stupid. You know what I mean? Here, take this vaccine. No, they can't do that. They can't force services upon you. You follow me? But that doesn't mean you can go in and get all their services, right? They could be like, you know, unless you have this mark of the beast we put in your arm, then you can't come in here and use the library. You know what I mean? Okay, fine, whatever. You know, who cares? But so those are the differentiations of how the trust works and how it, you know, doesn't work. You follow me? We're going to get to that second phase before too long, because this is obviously a turf war. But and I've been involved in that for years. But okay, so I'm going to jump into this slide by slide. If you have any questions, let's get to it. Okay, that was a good question. Thank you for that. Okay, it's real simple. Yeah, you change jurisdiction. All right. Yeah. Okay, so what is this? We're talking about a course. We teach you, right? You get it. You're like, okay, I made my donation. You know, I got an email. Sign up, you know. Go to your online library. Take your training at your leisure, right? You direct it yourself. Self-directed learning. We're here, right? We're here. The school is here. Email. Some of my time comes with this. You set up a Zoom meeting. I myself get you all dialed in, right? We have a whole team you can email. So, yeah. And who's this for? Any individual or business? Yeah. You know how taxes used to be, before you had a trust, it was like, well, if you do this, you owe that tax, right? It was action related. Whether it was an LLC, a nonprofit, a person, whatever kind of business you were running, it was action related. If you do this, you owe us money. Okay, whatever. So all those business types suck, okay? This trust is not action related. It's structure related. You fill out the form that we already have made for you, okay? To start the trust, get it notarized, that's it. Get your EIN online for free, okay? And once you get that EIN, that's it. That's the end of your interaction with the IRS for the rest of your lifetime. Okay, that's it. You don't have to notify them, no forms, no nothing. And there's no distinction between individual, business, personal. That's all taxable entity talk. This is structure related. It doesn't matter what you do. Financially, it doesn't matter. You can do anything, pay anything for any other business or person or anybody could come from anywhere into this. And none of that action, because it's not action-based, is taxable or reportable. None of it. Okay? So there's no distinction of personal and business. Okay? All right, let's see. Hey, Jack, trust account is open after 2 tries. Boom! Way to go, Mike. Stoked. I bet you are too. Fantastic, right? Just every time somebody gets through the gate, it's like, well, that's forever. I love it. What about taxable events? No taxable events. No, there are no taxable events. There are no actions. There are no events. There's nothing you could do that will make you have to report or pay taxes. Nothing. That's what I'm saying. It's not action or event based. Period. Period. It doesn't matter. Not interest. None of that matters. Nothing matters. Any transaction you do with that debit card from that trust account, nothing. Nothing. You're never going to report. You're never going to pay taxes. Anybody coming in? Nothing. Never. You're never. That trust will never report. Will never pay taxes. No matter what happens. Period. That's it. Period. Okay. Glad we got that out of the way. Okay, so people get a little confused on this. This is a 501c3 organization. That's what this is. It has a 501c3 status without applying. Fantastic, right? You don't apply and you're a nonprofit. So that means this is a non-taxing status, okay? You don't get taxed. And if you're a particular type of 501c3, only this type, you don't report either, okay? So this is a not paying part, all right? Okay. 26 U.S. Code, right? That's a part of the United States Code, right? And so that's chapter 26, okay? And then that squiggly line section 508. Special rules with respect to 501c3 organizations. New organizations must notify the secretary that they are applying for recognition of Section 501c3 status, except as provided in subsection C. Okay. What did that just say? It said you have to apply with the IRS, the secretary, right? If you want 501c3 status, which is a tax-exempt status, except in that section C below. Oh, here we get an exception. That would be killer, right? And yes, you can. So here it is: mandatory exceptions. Meaning you don't apply. You get 501c3 status without application. Fantastic, right? So mandatory churches. Okay, you heard of that one, right? Comma. They're integrated auxiliaries, churchy kind of thing, right? Comma and double separation. Conventions, right? Oh, sweet. That's agreement between two parties, which is basically that's anyone. Okay, conventions is anyone, or association of churches. So another church, and here's anyone. Conventions, sweet. That's just you got to sign on a piece of paper, and you got to have more than one party. Meaning, you can't just operate a LLC or you can't use any of those other entities, you know. But you can't use a trust by yourself, no problem. And those are all taxable entities or sub-corporations of the in-God We Trust. So the only thing that qualifies is a private trust, you know. And this is all copyrighted, this trust I copyrighted. I did this first time. I'm not one of the wealthy elite. They all know, they all do this, right? Every president's like, oh, I don't have any taxes. What? No, I don't have any. I don't have any to show you. Sorry, I didn't pay, don't have any taxes. This is how they do it, you see? Okay, so that's super simple, and that's the not paying part. And here's the not reporting part. It's the same exact thing. Here we are, 26 U.S. Code. Okay, you can Google this, all right? You know, this is just a section I took out because this is well written. This is off of, what's the name of that? Up by the Finger Lakes region. Cornell University puts out the best kind of like easy to read, readable. Once you Google, you'll see Cornell has the best, United States code sections and so on. You like it. Anyway, so what does this say? Again, 26 U.S. code. That is the IRS code section 6033. That's the numbers, right? Returned by exempt organizations. Here we go. Organizations required to file in general, except as provided in paragraph 3. Oh, they did the exception first. You see what I'm saying? Not the other way around. Yeah, oh, okay. We're going to look at this exception, all right? But I'll keep reading for a minute. What are we getting accepted from, right? Except as provided in paragraph 3, every organization from taxation under Section 501A shall file an annual return, blah, blah. Oh, shoot, that's no good. File is no. And so that's all about file. No, file it. So what's this accept thing? Let's just go straight down to there. Here we are, mandatory exceptions. What do we got? We got word for word the same. Look at this. Churches, comma, their integrated auxiliaries, comma, and, right? Double separation, comma, and. It's not a church, right? Conventions or, another separation, or association of churches. So 3 church things and 1 convention. That's it. Sweet. All right. Let's see if we got any questions up in here. Yeah, no taxable events. Cool. So where does the 508c1a come into play? It's the section of the code that says you get 501c3 status without applying. That's the section of the code that says it. It's not a 508c1a organization. This organization is a private organization. Getting the EIN gives it 501c3 status at the IRS, right? So this trust is a private trust you create yourself, and then you get the status from the IRS. They give it a status for free, right? That's what I'm showing you. You create your own document, and they give you nonprofit status forever, non-reporting, non-paying, forever, just by getting the EIN right. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. That's how it comes into play. Yeah, 508c1a, did it? Yeah. Did I just read it? I just read it right here. Did you miss that? We just read this. Okay, we already did 508, okay? I read it word for word, so we already did that, all right? Unless you have a particular question on it, we read it word for word. So Section 508c1a gives a status, 501c3, which is nonprofit status. Yeah, simple. Okay, so protect your assets. What do you mean? Well, you have nothing now. It's so wonderful. I have nothing. I am homeless. I have nothing. You can't sue me and get anything, right? Your person, right? We run 2 businesses. Okay, we run 2 businesses now as soon as you get a trust. The person, we're giving a birth, right? The straw man, blah, blah, blah. All capital letter, 9-digit number, right? Okay. That's a business. It's not you, duh. People are businesses. They run businesses. Now you have this person. You don't want to use it, right? You just want to give a great credit profile, great credit cards and stuff. No bank account, no money, no assets, no houses, no cars, no zero, right? All those go over to the trust, which you're now running to. But everything in the trust isn't yours. I'm just trustee. Gives you the benefit of, and I'll take that nonprofit status. So I have nothing. Oh, that means, wait a second. Let's go over to my person. Let's go back to my person. So you're running 2 businesses, right? You're running 2 businesses. Trust and the person. Okay, so the person you set up with nothing, no bank account, no nothing, and you fill out forms, get an EBT card, give me SNAP every month, right? Give me $250. What else you got? Medicare, what? I got 0. You want to call the person I, me, my? Go right ahead. I don't care. Who cares? Right? I have nothing. You can't take anything from me because I have nothing. Right? I just run a trust. I have a debit card. I don't pay taxes. I just beat your system. I beat your ass. Right? Yay. Right? I get accused of gaming the system. I'm like, hell yeah. I mean, yes. you know, right? Not hell anymore, right? I don't have to listen to you no more. I just, you're running a business. You're like, okay, did I make money? Did I lose money? Right? You're tracking your finances for management purposes. Same with running a family, running your life, what have you. You're not running finances for, hey, big brother, listen, this is your cut. Let me fill out some money. No, that's over. That's over. Okay? That's over. I saw someone reported they received 2 EIDLs. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, they did. Yeah, I've been teaching this for years. I told people to get ready. Yep. Yeah, that was Casey. Yep. I helped him do that for sure. If you tried this with TED Trust, uh, yeah, no. What? You have to qualify. No. What's. Man, try and get one. You see what I'm saying? That not every government program is open now, but there will be new ones. Come on, they're ruining the economy. They're ruining Earth on purpose. So we get more slavey up on the money, right? Oh, we need you, big brother. Can I have some more money? Yeah, oh, yeah, I'll take it for free, right? PPP 666, right? Turn the PPP upside down. What do you got? 666. Forgivable loans. Well, you want to be in shape for that, don't you? Give me free money, okay? Yeah. You got to get your credit profile right. The Business Finance 101 course comes with the trust, okay? That teaches you, right, a separate course, teaches you how to get your credit profile just right for anything, not just PPP and EIDL, credit cards, everything, okay? Like get a lease or purchase a car in the name of the trust, everything. I teach all of that, all right? In the course it comes with the trust, comes with it. So you get all that knowledge. If you want to do TED Trust, go for it. Yes, you can. Yeah, all right. Omnicolor Armor. The question was right on the heels of, oh, okay, cool. No, you're cool. You're cool. Oh, good. I just want to make sure I didn't skip you. Excellent. Cool. All right, Alex. Hey, Obi, get the trust. How many years have I been telling you to get the trust? Come on, what, 5 years? 6. Hey, everyone from Youngstown High. All right, well, sorry about that. In Florida. But, hey, so this trust, here we go, Pacific Ridge, is a status given to someone. No, it's given to the trust, not someone, by the IRS. How do we create an entity as a trust to protect assets away from the government scrutiny? I don't know what you're talking about. You create the trust, right, yourself. It's private. You get the IN, that gives 501c3 status. There's nothing more than that. And that allows this trust, not you, right? Because people own and have what? Nothing. You cannot own anything in your name. You could own something in your person's name. You could own something in a nonprofit's name. You could own something in a trust name. But you, people can never own a single thing. Nothing. They didn't set up a system to allow for that. You can have nothing. You gotta watch your wording. You're not understanding. You're running a business, a trust, and a person. The person has rules and stuff that allows it to be taxable. They say it's their money, blah, blah, blah. Don't use it. You follow me? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're running 2 businesses, Pacific Ridge, and you're like, well, my first business, it turns out it's more favorable that it have nothing. It's homeless, whatever. Give me everything you got, every government program, and they're going to be creating more because they're just going to ruin this place. That's their plan. Okay, great. Okay, so prepare. Put everything in trust. Give me everything you got for a person. People who've gotten Section 8 housing, right? Free housing by the government for free. You see that testimony? Oh, yeah. Keep watching all the testimonials. It's unreal what I've been up to over the years, right? Operate the trust, and then they, get an EBT, get a Section 8 housing. What? Your whole life could be free if you just work on it, or pretty close to it. Now listen, this isn't about that though. I'm still helping people, right? We're still out there, have to give our services, so on. So we do that service under the trust, whether you want to call it a business, whether you want to call it whatever, That's ultimately what we get into, okay? Oh, nothing? I'd be happy. Yeah, no. Oh, nothing, control everything. This is what Nelson Rockefeller said. He was the vice president of the United States, also one of the Rockefeller family, right? Expert in trusts. right? World famous for over 100 years. Not that history is real, it isn't. But uh, what was his full quote about this? The secret to success is to own nothing and control everything. That's the full quote. And who said it? Yeah. It's important because they're the one who operate the trust. They're the ones doing this to us. We can do the same thing. That's all. I said, okay, what can you put in your trust here? Money, right? You could have a bank account. You could have your crypto, right? You could have your, your portfolio of stocks and bonds and, all the other names they got for crap now too. That at Schwab or TD Ameritrade or Chase or Coinbase or wherever, they all gives accounts for a trust. Okay, no problem. And then it non-taxable, non-reporting forever. Okay, a vehicle of any kind, your car, your truck, your 18-wheelers, your boats, mobile homes, anything with a title, no problem, put it in the trust. Your home, any real estate, commercial, residential, apartment buildings, houses, you name it, any type of vacant land, anything. You can put in the name of a trust, and we train you how to, right? And then what? No more. There's a video up on YouTube right up now teaching you how to. I'm going to take it down because we're getting into the mentor program. I'm going to do it even better. But, right, the new mentor program is just up. This is a monthly training. It's really affordable. Man, you're going to love it. Redoing it from scratch. Anyway, any real estate could go in the name of the trust, right? Put in the name of this trust, then you apply at your county. No more real estate taxes for forever, right? Forever. And that's not even for your lifetime. That's past your lifetime, right? That's as long as the trust owns it, which could be, whatever. As long as time lasts, not that long, but So your business, right? Your business can go in this name of this trust, and then no more taxes, no more reporting forever, forever. How many? You ever have a business? You ever report anything? You ever pay taxes to the IRS? Gone forever. How much is that worth? And it's knowledge. We don't do it for you. We teach you. We give you everything you need. We give you the forms. We give you the documents. Sure, you have all that. But you get the knowledge too. You're not beholden to us in any way, shape, or form. You get this, okay? You do this course, right? And then it's like, it doesn't take that long, day or two. You're like, oh, sweet. Make an appointment at the bank. Hey, I'm going to open up a trust. They're like, oh, a trust? Come in. You must be loaded, right? They're like, it takes a million clicks, takes about an hour. Eat before you go, so you're not like, I want to kill you, banker, more than usual. Right? Of course, right? They all end up, they all deserve that, of course. But and then it's really simple. You get your documents notarized and get your EIN. You go in there. They're like, okay, your trust is up. You're like, what? This worked. I got a debit card. Forever, right? Forever. And it's really simple. It's really simple. It's not complex. The process isn't complex, okay? Do we need license plates on our vehicle? If you don't want to talk to the cops, yeah. Those are cheap. You know what I mean? If I teach you how to get around doing that, how many hours per day is that going to take up of your time? Now, I'm not going to waste anyone's time on that nonsense, although that's big out there. Well, that's cheap. Go get an EBT card. Do what I just said, get $250 a month. I don't know how much a license plate is there, but in Florida, it's like $50 or something like that. So that ain't worth all that hassle. Neither is not having a driver's license. You're trying to get credit and stuff. Here's my driver's license. Who cares? It's not your driver's license. It's theirs. It's the person they created. Who cares? Right? What is it? Identity theft is fake. It never happens. Right? I posted my Social Security card with the number on YouTube for years. It was up. My passport was up. My driver's license was up. Everything. I like, try and hack me. Go for it. It's not possible. That's all fake. Anything you read in the news is 100% fake. Every part of it, nothing's real. It's all fake. So the trick is to get as much money as you can from the government and pay them as little as possible. What? We got to put a roof over our head, eat and stuff. We got families and stuff like that. We got to do it legally without a hassle. None of that hassle stuff. Not into that. Neither the ladies, neither little children. You got things to do. We're raising families. None of that. None of that BS. A little bit of money. You drive all your way. Whatever. You know, there are times coming. We'll get to that whole license plate thing. First, quit paying them money. Right? No more money. No more taxes. That's it. So you're never paying them taxes. So here's a little bit of money, you know, for an ID that you need to get like credit cards and stuff. You know, you need that ID to get a bank account open and stuff. You know, so what's a, you know, you have that driver's license. What's a vehicle plate? It's nothing. Don't look into that. So that's all that stuff is a trap to waste your time instead of just taking their money. That's what this is about. First step, get your money safe. Second step, get all the money you can from all their programs and all that stuff. Everything. Get everything you can. They're trying to, you know, take everything of us. So the game is no. Because there's really just three options to interacting with the government. There's only three. There's they take money from you, right? There's that one. The second one is you take money from them, right? And the third one is nothing, right? It's nothing either way. So I prefer the second one. You follow me? Okay. Now listen. Oh, well, let's go back to this one. I forgot to. Okay. Here's like, Jack, yeah, you read me some IRS code, but I don't know if I read it the same way you do. Oh, you don't know? Let's see if the SBA, the government bank, let's see how they read that code about giving 501c3 status without an application. Let's see if they say that. Yeah, they say it. Watch it. Right here in black and white. This is about the PPP and EIDL. So this is super recent. This is now. Okay? This is right now. This is the guidance you could go Google right now. Google. SBA, faith-based organizations, FAQ. Up pops this PDF right here. Go to page 2. And here it is. FAQ. Let's read it. Right? This is just an excerpt. This is number 3. Right? Frequently asked questions. Regarding participation of faith-based organizations in the PPP and EIDL program. Okay. Cool. I get it. How will churches qualify if they've not been informed of tax-exempt status by the IRS? Say what? That's right. That's a loaded question. Here's another loaded question. Do organizations have to request and receive tax-exempt status or just meet the requirements of 501c3 status to be eligible? Oh, don't you love it? Let's find out. Churches, wait, what's this parentheses word in the code, but churches, integrated auxiliaries of churches and conventions or associations of churches, word for word, lifted from 508c1a, right? This is the exception, right? Word for word, right? Word for word here, word for word, word for word, word for it, right? Word for word here, word for word, right there, right there. So they're talking about that code, word for word, churches, blah, 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 right? Okay. They qualify for PPP and EIDL. Sweet. Loans, as long as they meet the requirements of 501c3 of the IRS code and all other PPP and EIDL requirements. Noted. Okay. Here's the kicker. You ready? Such organizations are not required to apply to the IRS to receive tax-exempt status. Very simple. See 26 U.S. United States Code, Section 508c1a. That's it right there, black and white. That's it. I didn't apply to the IRS, got a 501c3 organization. My proof also is posted with a notarized affidavit that I got $150,000 for my trust in a form of an EIDL. Okay? All right, that's it. They followed this. You see? I didn't have any exemption letter or anything. They're just like, oh, you're cool, you're exempt. That's it. No problem. That's the government's bank. I'm saying the bankers run everything. And the government's bank runs really everything. So, that's it. Isn't it great? All right. So listen, super easy, right? The government's just like, oh, there's nothing to see here. Don't look over here. Don't look at that section of the code. That's ours. No, actually, anyone can use it. So, there is no separate financial system. There's no hidden financial system. The hiding thing is, there's no documents. They don't fill out forms. Nothing, ever. So there's no paper trail to follow them. It's so clever, you see? So, what's different about our school than crappy schools like Yale or Harvard or MIT or Stanford? What's different about our school than those absolute crap, shitty schools? What is the difference? They don't have any testimonials. They don't have any proof of outcome for their students. You pay a ton of money, and then what happens? You don't know. You don't know. You don't know what happens. You're just like, thanks, I love Yale. Here's just money. Okay, that's really any university, any college. No proof of outcome. Zero. How about a lawyer? They got any proof? Nah, they don't have no proof. They don't have testimonials with notarized affidavit. No, they don't have that. How about an accountant? Can I see your taxes accountant? No, they don't show their accounts. They don't put it up a testimonial. Here's how I do my own taxes. Here's a testimonial. Here's a notarized affidavit. No, they don't do it. Zero. Zero schools, zero lawyers, zero accountants. This is the only school. I'm the only accountant. We're the only place you're going to get proof in this entire world. Okay? No taxes, no reporting. You get money from the government then, and many other benefits from this. Okay? This is just the basics. You know what I'm saying? So we have those testimonies. What else? We have support. Email us. We got a team here. We're here for you. I'm live. Other these, fake, we could get your secret money crap on the internet. They don't have support and testimonials. Give me a break. Okay, so how do you get some money up in here? Well, you still have to work for, I'm doing like what I'm good at for people, but, the trust is getting everything it can. PPP, IDL, credit cards, lines of credit, everything. No problem. We teach you how to do that. That comes with the courses, work, right? Where can you bank? Bank where you're currently banking. You like your bank? You picked it? Bank there. Open a trust account there. I'd recommend Chase because they're the best credit cards, and they give credit cards for the trust, so great credit cards too. And I recommend more than one bank. But bank where you bank now. Start there and move on from there. Okay? No problem. No problem. Really, if you need us, if I didn't cover something here, okay, you can get in touch with us, all right? Contact at liberty8academy.org. Email us. We have a little bit of live chat, just a few hours a week. And I'm here, right? Every Monday at noon, every Thursday, 7 p.m. I want to show you, hey, look, because it's like, yeah, but does this hold up in court? What about that? It's like, no. I used to get that so much. It's like, that would mean that there's a problem if you're in court. Right? Come on. How is that good news? No, nobody's been to court. There's none of that. Nobody get any letter from the IRS. There's no problem. 100% problem free. Problem free. Why? The super wealthy elite are doing this. People are like, yeah, they're gonna make a rule so you can't do it. What? So they themselves are gonna pay taxes for the rest of their life? And Philip, what are you crazy? Think it through. No, they'll just keep toggling down and censoring, so this information is harder to get out. We need to get rid of that hate speech. Yeah, like this hate speech, like I hate paying you taxes. Yeah, everybody hates that. So that hate speech, that's what you're blocking out? Well, yeah, I would too. Since your organization is the Ego We Trust that runs everything in all social media, you don't allow other marketing for other trusts. Great, that's fair, not. Right? But the thing is, once you find this is real, okay, how do you know? We have notarized testimonials, not just from the guy doing it and his proof of outcome that I've been doing for years, but also all our students, super many of them. Go look. It's just, you're going to love it, So think about this. No more, no more IRS for the rest of your life. What's that worth to you? Come on, right? Go look up how much a course is at like Harvard that gives you zero at the end of it. You know, here's a humanities class that costs you X thousands of dollars, and you're like, what was, how do I use that to, I need a roof over my head and stuff like that. How does, that's all cool and whatever, but, if you're rich and you just kick it back and like, oh, let me get into some Harvard stuff. Whose life is that? The people with this kind of trust, they already know about it. You should know about it too. Take this first. Then if you want to go mess around at Harvard or whatever, you should. Because listen, hey, here's another little freebie. You're gonna love it, right? Your person, right? Let's say your person, you got all this money and all this training, right? Student loans. Let's say you went and got a law degree, right? A law license or doctor's degree, right? Or your head shrinker, right? I got a psychiatrist. I got my MD. Boom, 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 right? Well, then you're operating a trust from that on out. Do you pay your student loans that are like $500 million, whatever, right? 500,000 or some crap? No, you pay zero because your person always qualifies for the income-driven repayment plan. You'll pay zero on student loans for the rest of your life. And what? Your credit's perfect. It's not. It's fine. It's fine that you have a 500,000 you're not paying for and the interest is building up. That's no problem whatsoever. No problem. You're still in the high 700s with your credit. I have a client like that. No problem. No problem. So, there's not that I've ever met or run into or heard of, right? A lawyer you can trust. Now, with this whole thing going on, there's no doctors you can trust. We can use one of them. We can use one of either one. We can use one of both. You could easily go get one of those. Easily. And not pay the money using this trust. There's so many benefits to this trust. This is the super hack of everything. And it's super simple to do. Not doing it is just wasting your money. All right, so I'm not getting any questions. I guess you're all filled in. You going to get the trust, and why shouldn't you? Your success is assured. Not going to pay taxes no more. Not going to report. Uncle Sam, who is that? Never heard of him. I forgot. And everything else. Like if you're running a business, you're like, yeah, but what if I have a business? It's like, well, you change your bank account and your payment gateway. You just whatever payment gateway you have now, PayPal, Stripe, whatever, right? You just apply the name of the trust and you use that. It goes into your trust bank account. No more paying taxes, no more reporting taxes. Super simple. Joanne, okay. Thank you so much. Going to the library today to print out my trust. Great. And heading to the township. Great. Great. Fantastic. Fantastic. Joanne, fantastic. Great. Fantastic. Yeah. I don't know what his SS offices is to file, but okay. Secretary of State. Yeah, that you don't have to file. You don't have to do it at Secretary of State, but you can. That's if you want to get credit and credit cards. You file at Secretary of State. You register. It's called. There could be a fee. Not every state does that, but you could register in Florida too if you need to. Anyway, but you don't have to do that to open your trust or your bank account and stuff. That's just like an extra step. We teach extras. You see, but to open the trust, no, you get the training, you print out your trust, and you go online, you get your EIN, you print out your EIN. You have those two documents, you walk into your bank, and you open a trust account. There's no interactive, there's no approval, there's no nothing. That's it. And the bank you go to will open a bank account. That's it. Personal bank account is just a banking marketing term for a bank account. A bank account is a bank account. You don't really care whether it's personal, business, or nothing. That's an internal designation that bases, oh, you get 73 checks per month with a personal, but you get 83 checks with a business account per month. That's just different services they provide on different accounts. It's meaningless names, and I handle that in the trading. So great. Good question. Yeah, that's nothing. Public, all the financial system is a public system. Anyone has access to it. That's what that means. Your trust is private. You're the only one with access to that. Okay, that's what it means. Okay, so your trust doesn't become public. No, the system is public, and the IRS gives a status to a private trust to allow it to operate in public, in the public financial system. And they do it on purpose. Why? Because they do it for themselves, so you can do it too. It's so simple. I talk hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours about this stuff, but doing it takes nothing. And going to the bank and opening your bank account is like, here's your piece of paper, I left. That was it. That was it. Yeah, you're in there and you just, oh, everything's working. Let me transfer my money into that. Click, click, bing, bing on my app. Done. And then you're like, hey, I need to make another appointment. I'll be in, my debit card works and everything for the trust. So listen, I'm going to come in and close my account, my personal account. You're like, okay, see you next week or whatever. Okay, that's it. You're done. That's the whole of it. You follow me? It's so easy. Pacific Ridge. Is there a way to borrow money against the trust if we have assets in there? Yeah. Are they liquid? Assets are liquid or they're not. They're liquidated. They're liquidatable. Are they liquid, meaning they're in dollars? I guess that's not really a very useful term. Then pay the trust back. You could do any financial thing with a trust that you decide to. It doesn't matter. If you write anything in the chat, what you can do, is that taxable? No, it's not taxable. Absolutely anything you write in there, not taxable. That the trust does. Okay, you can lend money to whomever. It could, whatever you decide. You see, anything. Playing the role of the bank to fund other operations with their own trust fee, like buying a car. Yes, you can do that. Yes, all banks are trusts. So yeah, you could. And they just have what? Well, they pretend, right? They pretend that they have been given the status of a banking license. They pretend that. I have never seen a banking license, and I don't believe that they exist for any bank, but they pretend they do. I've never seen what I've asked. I've asked a lot. I've met with bankers in court a lot. I have never seen a banking license, not ever. I only believe in things, I'll believe in anything. Either I experience that it exists or you know, it's being lied about because they lie about everything. That's it. So you should go experience that this trust works. You've seen the testimonials. You've seen the school up for years. You've seen, here I am live. There's no problem. I'm not in jail. There's no bars in front of me. There's not. This is legal. No matter any questions you ask, you're not going to pay taxes. No matter any, what if I do this? What if I do that? What if? Yes, all those reasons, you'll never pay taxes. You'll never report taxes forever. That's it. I don't know what people are waiting for. Like, do things look like, oh, you know what? The government's getting more trustworthy. I don't need a trust. I don't need to keep my assets safe. I don't need to worry about that because everything is hunky-dory for everyone right now, right? Foreclosures didn't jump 75% in the last month. Oh, no, that didn't happen. There's no problems that they're created, nothing like that, so everything's cool. I don't have to keep my money safe. I don't have to be concerned about the government because they're totally trustworthy. Hey, keep doing your thing. I can't help you, right? But if you notice maybe things are awry a little bit, you want to get one of these trusts. You feel me? You want to lend money. Yeah, you want to be a bank. Okay, well, then I'll pray for your death too, right? Yeah, you could do that. You have to be evil to be a bank. It's not just, sure, this is the paperwork and stuff like that. No problem, right? No problem. Go ahead. But banks don't work the way you think they do. So they don't have money and lend it. They just have a license, right? They just, the government says, you can create any money you want right now. Anytime anybody walks to the bank and signs your paperwork, the money is created at that moment. The banks don't have money, right? What creates money? someone fills out a form to get a loan, and then that money is created. That's the only money that exists until this, forgivable loan thing started. That's the only money that exists. There was never any money in the system besides that, meaning there was never any money put in the system to pay interest, ever. Musical chairs. And yeah, banks don't work that way. You don't have money and lend it. No, you have a license to create money on the spot. That's banking. So if you could get one of those, you can. You just have to, sell your soul. That's it. And you could do it. What? That's fun. Then you could bank. So yeah, that's fake. That banks have money and lend out capital and stuff. That's fake. They create capital on the spot, creating money. Yeah, you have to get a license from that, and you have to sell your soul, right? And you can't do that if you have this trust. It's irrevocable. Sorry, you can't go with B33, the ruler of hell, right? Whatever name you want to give that creature that I've spoken to at least 20 times that offered me $458 million, right? $485 million. Came in and met me at Chase Bank. Sat right next to me the first day up in this trust, late on a Friday, 4:45 p.m. 1 seat away from me. Comes in his black supercar, right? Sits down next to me, about 33 years old, black and white suit, flip phone, talking about a trust on its phone. So it closes his phone, and I'm like, oh, I'm here to open a trust. It says to me, right? It looks like a guy, a black and white suit, perfect, like young James Bond dude, right? Business, baby. Cold as ice, this one. Ice cold. Nothing in his veins. Doesn't have veins, I bet. And it says, oh, yeah, I know. You're here to open a trust. Yeah. I'm like, what? I'm like, I never met you. And it's like, yeah, but I'm here to make you an offer. I'm like, you're here to make me an offer, and I've never seen you before, nothing like that. Guess who you are. Okay, what's the offer? You don't open that trust account today? Don't do that. And we're going to offer you $485 million cash today as a first payment. First payment. I was like, because I said, listen, I don't know if you're going to pay me more than one payment, so what's the first payment? $485 million to not open this trust. Why? Because I was going to tell everybody about it. You follow me? So, ultimately the assets, this is an asset war, a turf war, but here's the first step in it, okay? Take what you have, put it in a trust account. No one can get to it, the government, nothing. You can't even take trust into courts. There's no court of chancery. Trusts don't go into courts. Why? Because their trust could go into court then. Now, get everything and everyone safe under this trust, okay? Then get into my mentor program. When I'm going to teach you everything. I don't leave anything out. Do what you're comfortable with. I don't say do all this stuff that you could do with the trust. I just say you can do these things. You see, you can go get an EBT for your person. Why wouldn't you get $250 a month? Right? If your state gives Medicaid, if your person qualifies, go get it. Why not? It's free. And so on, and so on, and so on, and so on. You see what I'm saying? And then get in our training, and we'll teach you a lot of these other things. And it's you shouldn't be aspiring to be a banker, but there's some other things equally as important to do that I'm happy to teach you. You'd be surprised if you get in the mentor program what you could get asset-wise. Okay, so I'm not seeing any more questions. I hope everyone gets that trust, because what are TikTok, what are you waiting for them? We're going to, what do you think they're going to do? Look at the draconian measures they're already going to put in place. You don't think they're going to be like, can't get to your banking stuff unless you get the shot. You don't think they're going to do that? Are you simple-minded? The trust isn't my asset, so hey, I don't need to have a shot to have stuff that's not mine. You follow me? Come on. You have to think this through, prepare. I have been at this since 2016. I've been showing you this, right? Since early in 2016, posting proof that this is just fine. If you had done it then, you would have get set up for the EIDL PPP. You have mad money in your account now, and have all credit cards, everything. So every day you wait and don't get this. This is another, what pressure point is it where you want to get ready? This is prepping for real. You follow me? This is prepping for the obvious draconian measures that are coming. Obvious, right? Don't you want to keep your money safe, put it in trust? It's not mine. Just there you go. Okay, like that, and so on. I'm trying to tell you, but that's all I can do. So, and we're here when you're ready. Okay, but I would get ready too, because longer it takes, the longer it takes to build your credit profile and put your assets over. I mean, it's not like it takes one day to do all the steps to move your assets and get credit cards and all that stuff. You could get a bank account like in one day, yeah, but then you got to go do all the stuff. So get the bank account, do the stuff. You follow me? Get ready, please. I've been ready for a long time, and so many others have been ready. It's your turn, please. Please. Everyone's successful at this. That's not an issue, okay? It's just, you still have a debit card. You're not going to jump into some thing that's like, I don't get it. No, you're going to have a debit card and you know how to use it, whatever. I got checks too. This is simple, you see? But you have to just switch everything into the name of the trust, or you're not prepared, okay? All right, people. Good talking with you. Thursday at 7 p.m. That's our next time. No more questions. Thank you for being here, people. I look forward, and my team looks forward to you going through this course and getting another one of these people up on the chat and be like, "Wow, I got my trust open." What was that? Alan here last time he was like, "Got my property taxes removed." All those happy things. Okay.